Good people, this is yours truly, EZDZ. This is going to kick off a new show we got going out to you good guys out there in social media world, all across the universe and the atmosphere. This is going to be entitled Conan's Presents on the Grill. So we're going to talk about, the past week of football that we experienced going into this upcoming week, previewing games. And my good brother across from me, that's going to be our initial guest picker for week one, so needs no introduction. Part of the Chop Shop crew, WEDZ, GD Naps. There's so many different titles I can put behind it, but y'all know him as Greg Dawson. We call him Ruff out here. Welcome, Ruff. How you feeling tonight, young man?
Like I always do, I feel with my hands. And I feel slightly disappointed. We're gonna get into something other than college and NFL action. I'm disappointed in Tampa football. And I'm always going to bleed blue and gold, but to Dragon Nation, we definitely have to do better than that. Well, we don't give up 65 points in basketball games.
Okay, but once again, I keep trying to explain to you that the disparity in high school football is so obvious. It's not definitely top heavy. The parity is not there. So when you look at your Tech, your Armwoods, your Sumners, they're going to be dominant. Then when you go into like CCC whooped Tampa Cali pretty bad last night.
Real good.
Right, but they're tough. They beat Berkeley too. So, but I think before your other schools, say for example like Riverview, I think if they won last night, they'll be 3-0.
They did win.
But they ain't beat nobody. And that's what I keep trying to explain to people,
Lato scored a gang of points last night too.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. But that just shows further confirming where Brandon didn't score until they 6-7 game last year. Just to put it in perspective. So,
Once proud.
Right. Hillsborough County has had a lot of great people play football, go and do great things, play football. Win Super Bowl awards. Trophies, do all kind of things. But the fact still remains that the essence of high school football has changed now because everybody is now, we'll go play here. Well, I know you speak about the neighborhood, you should play in your neighborhood, but kids now want opportunities, and it's a lot different. So if you go to a team where you'll get the exposure where people come see, but I believe it goes back to.
But that's why these kids probably don't compete well when they leave these areas. Because one thing to pilot with your buddies locally, but when you go off to college, everybody.
Yeah, everybody trying to compete. Everybody's a dog.
You better.
Yeah, if not, you'll be home.
Real quickly. or mom and daddy be sending tuition money.
You'll be home. So
there you go.
And also, before we get into our show, I just want to give a special shout out, man, recognition to Michael Trigg, Eric Trigg, the entire Conan's family down there, man. 1510 North Hubert. Go check them out, 813-870-0404.
And not just because they sponsors, but Tampa Bay.
Yeah, they're best barbecue.
Not just because they sponsor. Listen.
You want some good groceries?
And don't start eating until you get home. You be like me, lumped over in the car.
You'll be sluggish.
Over in the car.
Let's get into last week with college football, man. We had a lot of excitement with Deion in Colorado, and he's been very outspoken, very vocal, with what he's been doing. I think a lot of people are eager to see Deion lose.
Yeah.
And I want to ask you, last week, out of all the games you saw, what team were you the most disappointed in last week?
LSU.
Okay. Now, when you say LSU, they fought.
I'm glad we whooped them real good.
Okay. But they fought for a half. I think Clemson.
Well, you know what? I was really surprised, and I don't know who I was talking. I was talking to. I made a phone call to somebody at the Florida Law Weekly. We were talking, and he said, "You know what surprised me? We took care of the business, and we were talking. He said what surprised him the most is Duke was as fast." He said when the guy cut back, he said we were talking about it. He said Duke was as fast or faster than Clemson. He said he couldn't believe it.
But I think also Duke was prepared where, okay, here it is. And my thing, like I told you, I called you that night, like 11:45, like, there's no way we've gone all through summer and come out like this and look like we're the 9th ranked team in the country.
Absolutely.
So to me, you got to have a little more fight, because now you got Florida State, who now looks as if they're back.
You know, I don't like the condescending tone in your
Well,
voice.
we have all this conversation.
We talked about last year.
Okay, but
we let some people off the hook last year.
Okay, and you whipped the quality LSU team. Brian Kelly was talking crazy. We're gonna get into that a little bit too.
That
and he had to humble himself. He had to humble himself.
Bulletin board material,
right? And that sometimes you have to just let sleeping dogs lie. But Keon Coleman is a difference maker.
Yeah, he's a dog.
He's a difference maker.
He's a dog.
So I look at the way Clemson performed. TCU, I know they lost a lot, but to be in the national title game the year before and lose as a 21-point favorite at home, I mean,
I look at it this way. A lot of the portal has changed college football.
Agreed.
You don't get necessarily the continuity, so, you know, the ability to communicate. And although colleges, especially because it's easy to get ready for the first game. So that's why I understand what you're talking about with Clemson.
Right.
Because that's the only thing you prepare for the whole summer. Spring practice, everything's okay. We're getting ready for whoever the first team is. And then you have to make certain adjustments as you get ready for your subsequent opponents. But I'm gonna go back to this. The portal has changed things, and no matter what happens today, I think that Coach Prime has opened a door, especially because you still have the NIL heavy.
True.
The NIL and the portal will change college football. You can have some of these, I won't say mid-majors, but some of these smaller schools, if they got the right alumni base, like USF could really build a good team because you got the money. It would take time, but you can draw people in. It's in 10 years, the perennial powers won't be the perennial powers.
Yeah, but when you say, I don't know, when you say in 10 years, I mean, the NIL deal is definitely, but what it's going to come down to, I always tell you this, big brother, is that money. Your larger schools got the resources.
But even some of the smaller schools that have a good, prime example. And don't laugh. And you know, I like you. I love you out there, ED. But SMU, the NIL is SMU.
Right.
30 years
40 years ago. Right. But yeah. But even with that being said, though, it goes back to resource. You got a lot of old money.
At some
from alumni.
And
like you say, but
schools.
Right. And even like with Colorado, I said they've suffered. You sit back and think. I watched this. They were in the Rose Bowl, I want to say 2001, and lost to Oregon with Joey Harrington.
Okay, yeah.
So you sit back and think they have suffered as far as where they were an elite program late 80s, early 90s, and fell off. I mean, they went from Bill McCartney to, was it Gary Darnell? No, Gary Darnell. No, Rick Neuheisel. Went to Rick Neuheisel, then went to Gary Darnell, and they just fell apart. So you talk about they won one game last year. How many alums do you think have been waiting to pump money back into the program?
Everybody.
Okay. I don't like to get into the gambling aspect, but they say more people are betting on the Colorado game than they are for NFL games this week.
And you know why? One thing, I'm going to tell y'all this. I'm going to say this, and it may disappoint people. Vegas does not set those lines for nothing. And from what I'm looking at, almost 70%, and I apologize to the people who are on Facebook Live, but you can check us out on YouTube at Chop Shop. But 71% of the public is on Colorado at home, and we can get into some of the nuances. And you know, I don't know if we have to give a what do you call it for those of us who may have a gambling problem with anyway. You gotta give this disclaimer. Be careful. Vegas does not set the lines for no reason at all. They just don't do that. And
but I guess they feel that Colorado and Nebraska are evenly matched. So they got it right now at 3 with Colorado being the home team. So, normal is
how much you get for being at home?
They give you 3 points.
Okay, I'm just checking.
So right now, so you said it's an even game go either way. But I guess what people, and then something else too, we live in a society of energy. So you take Nebraska, played Minnesota, scored 10 points. Here comes Colorado, scored 45, and their offense looked
Almost unstoppable.
Right, looked like Thursday, like walk through practice, but now they didn't stop nobody either.
Exactly.
And Nebraska, one thing, Nebraska, if you follow old school Nebraska, they're gonna run the ball.
And they're gonna play some good defense.
Yeah, they're gonna run. They definitely gonna run the ball. So, I'm excited to see how they come out today because we have a good lineup of games. Now I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna give you two teams. Actually, it's two games that I want to ask you. We've already talked about who needs this game more, Nebraska or Colorado.
Colorado.
Okay.
Because the expectation is not there for Nebraska.
Okay. 3:30 game. Texas A&M travels down to South Florida to return the visit from last year. Who needs this game more, the University of Miami or Texas A&M?
Miami.
I want to say Texas A&M.
Well, you know now Jimbo needs the game.
Okay, but Jimbo, but then that's Jimbo. I mean, Jimbo because you haven't even got to the SEC yet, so you don't see Alabama. I mean, you don't see them yet. You still got them. You got LSU. Quiet as kept. Ole Miss is gonna be a struggle. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Mike Trigg Jr. down there. They gonna lie to in Tulane today. And
that's
Auburn.
not one of our games, is it?
Yeah, that's one of the games. That's one of the games we're gonna get into. But we got to talk about it. So, I mean, we got to talk about it. But I just think for me, Jimbo needs this game. They need to win. And see now, I'm in a group where I got some Florida State fans, some Miami fans, and they've been doing a lot of chirping now. So Florida State fans have been very vocal this week. Miami fans Oh no, I have no problem with that. Miami fans been kind of like.
Yeah, you didn't hang out on Tennessee Street in Tallahassee. What's the problem?
I once again, I didn't say anything I had a problem.
Okay. I didn't know because somebody else is coming up here, and we finna get off the snide off on fam. Enjoy that. We're not Jackson State, but okay. Okay,
but don't beat your chest.
I understand
about beating Florida A&M because you got Godzilla coming next Saturday.
We got something for them too.
What you got for them? Accommodations.
We'll be here. We'll be here.
That's fine. Like I said,
we'll be on time.
That's all you can ask for. I definitely will be talking to you next Saturday.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean,
you take that sarcasm out your voice.
I'm just asking the question. I mean, that we can get into the games. We got some decent games today. And I try to keep it simple. So
we're picking the winners only, right? Because we're not. Yeah,
we just do it. You the guest picker. Okay. So we just go Purdue at Virginia Tech.
Under.
Say what? I said who you got winning the game. I didn't say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you doing too much.
Vitek.
I like Vitek at the house. Also, now that's another tricky game. Utah Baylor.
It's not tricky at all.
You don't think so? Utah. Then I mean they didn't look the best.
Utah to win, Baylor to cover, and Baylor may actually win outright today. But I love Baylor to cover.
Is Cam Rising playing or is he still out?
He's out.
Okay.
But you know who's playing? The guy he replaced. So I probably shouldn't be telling everybody that.
Oh, the Baylor quarterback
from last year, yeah.
Never knew that. You done gave me something good. I did not know that. I probably got to do my homework.
So you lose to a nobody school. I shouldn't say that. Texas State.
Yeah, Texas State beat the Bobcats.
So you watch, the whole world watched, and I'm gonna throw out this shout out to my man Thigh. The whole world watched Utah urinate on Florida, which I enjoyed thoroughly. So now you come back against a team that lost to Texas State, and you're only giving them 8 points or 7.5 points.
Yeah, but I guess they're looking at Baylor. Baylor will. I'm assuming that Baylor will play better.
And you lost your starting quarterback.
That is true.
And here's a little tidbit for everybody because this is the show we're doing. You're not supposed to play against an injured team, especially on Sunday, unless the quarterback's hurt. So if the quarterback's hurt, why would the line go down versus being up?
Okay.
I could be wrong. I've been wrong before.
I'll give you that. Yeah, and I'm thinking you may be wrong as well. So Nebraska, Colorado, what you like in that?
So I got Tech to win under, Baylor to cover, and Utah to win. Oh, we're going to do this one this early in the pick?
Yeah, we got to go and get it out. Torres got him up here.
You and Torres probably did that.
Yeah, Torres got him up here. The fans want to know. Torres want to know, too. Who you got?
I like Nebraska.
Nebraska?
I like the Huskers to cover and actually win outright and the game to go under.
Now they ain't got Mike Rozier, Turtle Gill coming, do they?
But they have 7 guys returning in the secondary.
7? Okay.
And we do understand it's going to be a couple of years before what's my man from week 1, my player of the week, before he gets out there to Colorado. You hear? I know. Coach Prime, you getting ready? You're getting ready. The lineman.
Oh, you talking about Taylor Turtle number 50?
Yeah. Before number 50 gets to Colorado.
I don't know. Florida State might put their deals on him.
Well, I would definitely rather him go there, but he'll be on somebody's Saturday roster.
Oh, no doubt about that.
In 2 years, wrecking havoc.
Yeah, he's a difference maker. He's different. And then, funny you say that because the running back leads Polk County. He had 870 yards going into last night. So he's averaging like 290 a game. Yeah, he runs like the most disappointing running back that we've seen in the last 40 years. Cecil Collins. Oh yeah, Collins was tough.
Yeah.
I was on Collins heavy.
Yeah.
He fell off.
Got the way.
Yeah, excuse me.
Yeah, I gotta get over there.
A&M at Miami.
Ugly. Ugly. But
Miami wins?
But Miami's gonna win.
Let's go.
Okay, Torres. Got a little noise out of Torres. Okay.
Anything from the peanut gallery.
Torres said, let's go. Battle of Iowa. Now, this is a tricky game here. Iowa State, 2 stout defenses. Rivalry game, state bragging rights. Big 10, Big 12. Who you liking that?
Because they're due. One, I love the under. Give me Iowa State. They're at home.
At the house? Okay.
That's the only reason I'm taking them.
Okay. Another Big 12 team looking for conference supremacy.
I don't even know why they put this game up here. This has been Torres' pick.
No, that's a solid game, though.
Man, they're finna beat the... Man,
I don't know. We're
on cartoon time.
Texas Tech play tough at home.
They're finna get their brains.
They lost to Wyoming last week. I think they gonna play. They gonna show some fight.
This is one of these games where they're gonna inflate the value of somebody who I think is very much overrated.
Bo Nix.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let me see that. I know we don't get in the lines, but the number for those is 7.5. So you see that Texas Tech is getting. Oregon's giving 7.5 on this. So you said they go beat they Braves in. That's what you just said. 7.5 they beat they Braves in. 35-28. You didn't beat my Braves in.
That hook means 7.5 means at least 10.
Okay.
We're not talking about 28.
So you're saying that
it's generally going to be 10. It's not going to be 28-20.
Okay.
Like
28-13. They score late to make it look
13 years. But neither one of them play defense, so it's going to be a lot more than that. You might want to look at what the total is and play the over.
Okay. But Oregon's definitely going to get loose on that Texas Tech. Okay.
Who in that conference plays defense?
I mean, when you look at as far as say the Big 12, no, they don't. They really don't. I mean, they gonna like. But okay, now with that being said, okay, now wait a minute. Now Texas got Alabama tonight. I mean, do you think they bringing their defense?
Texas it may be an anomaly for that conference.
Okay,
because they're also getting ready. They're now recruiting
for the
SEC,
right? But
that won't be for a couple more years.
Okay,
that's going to matter.
Okay. You heard it here first from Ruff.
It is definitely not personal because this is the only remaining captain I had from my years in high school. The next game.
Okay. Next game. What we got next slate? Okay. Now I like this is a good matchup. Tulane got some guys back from last year. They they still got their quarterback. Looking for a little bit of respect. Here come Ole Miss put up big numbers last week in their opening win. I know once again, Trigg is died than it was. I hollered at him yesterday for a minute, but I mean, I like Ole Miss to put up 50.
Well, I like Tulane to have 51, so it won't be. Tulane's going to beat them today.
Okay.
And you definitely might want to look at the first half. Definitely take Tulane in the first half.
Tulane over Ole Miss. Okay, he called it. I'm just putting it out here for the PP. Just checking the numbers.
Sure, you can give me the number on that.
So you're saying that Ole Miss is going to get blindsided?
Get this man a job.
Hey, he'll be here. He had 2 shows tomorrow.
You're on weekend?
Yeah, 2 shows tomorrow.
He said they're going to get blindsided. Okay, look at Torres. Quick on his feet.
Absolutely.
I'm going to get this to you real quick so you'll have this for your
I didn't
record.
bring my second phone.
Actually, it's 5. I got it. It's 5. 5.5.
It's 5.5.
Yeah.
Ole Miss 5.5.
Yeah.
Ole Miss. Somebody's finna get their behind whooped today.
Okay, well, Texas A&M 4.5 on Miami.
Minus 4.5.
Yeah.
It's Texas A&M.
Okay. And just for clarification, Utah is 7, baby,
Under.
and Oregon is 6.5 with the over 60-68.
They're gonna do both.
Okay. He's on point today, but he's killing it. Night game, 7 o'clock, varsity game, ESPN. So game days in Tuscaloosa right now as we speak. Texas looking for a little bit of respect. They played Alabama tough last year. And revenge. Going to beat them last 2 times. Actually, back 2009, beat them in the national title game. So Texas going to the SEC next year.
Less than a touchdown. And some would argue if you don't hurt my quarterback, you don't win the national title.
Okay. So who do you like tonight?
Until somebody shows me different. Nick Saban.
Okay.
And they're at home.
At night. And if you saw, they did the little, some gamesmanship. They got the band all the way up at the top, like they did Alabama's band last year.
Okay.
So they got this at the top of the bleachers, so probably they can't be heard.
Hey, everybody has a memory. You used to say that, right?
Yeah, you don't forget stuff. Like I say, you don't forget stuff. You remember, you've been in games where you done got embarrassed, I went
and talked to the young men.
What's going on, Parian?
I talked to the young men after the Zephyr Hills game. Of course, I stayed until the end. But that being said, I went to the field and I told
this guy.
Well, as long as you heard me, I went to the field and I told the young men. I said, "You should remember that."
DJ Pickett scored 3 touchdowns last night too.
No. When you play Lake Wales again,
yeah.
Remember.
But if you want to
get, you were throwing the ball when you were well up late in the game.
Yeah, but also with that, if they try to get to the state championship, Lake Wales is definitely gonna see them again. Right. They got to go through them to get there. So we'll see.
The fact that you tried to show me up, I'm gonna keep that.
Definitely. I want to keep that same energy. Okay.
This is going to be a good one.
Right down the road, right here on I-4, the UFC Nights traveling.
Yeah, we're going.
Oh, yeah, they're going. They're going on the blue field, going to Boise State.
It's still warm, so because
it's a little later. I think it's 6 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken, 6 o'clock kickoff.
Yeah, but it's still warm, though, so we're okay.
Okay, so who do you like in that?
What's the number?
The number is actually 4. UCF's favored by 4.
Oh, they're favored by 4?
Yeah, I mean, they should. Boise State played Washington. They played Washington for a quarter and a half.
And whether or not they're up, let's go with Boise State.
Okay.
To cover.
UCF to win?
UCF to win, Boise State.
Okay. Yeah, we're just doing the win. So who you got to win? Okay, here we go. Wisconsin with that stout defense they got going way up in the
under 20,
going way up in North Washington to take on the Cougars of Washington State. Shout out Travell Harris.
Ain't no old people, and unfortunately he ain't there no more.
So what you like? You like Wisconsin to beat them? Wisconsin is giving 6.
Washington State. I'm not really impressed with any Big Ten.
Okay.
For some reason, Big Ten teams don't play well when they travel. Okay. You notice that?
That's true. But I'm going to tell you, the next one I think
not even Ohio State, for that matter, play really well when they travel.
No, not in certain situations they don't. But I think the best game of the day, where a lot of people sleeping over, you talking about you want to see offense, Oklahoma State, Arizona State. They going to get up and down.
Yeah.
They're going to be a good one. Who you like? Nobody play defense.
Who got the ball?
Whoever get the ball last.
Whoever get the ball last. So whoever wins the coin toss will probably win the game.
Okay. But you got to pick somebody. So if you can, I mean.
Arizona State because they're at home.
Okay.
And over. Hey, you know what?
Go ahead.
And it's going to be hot. Give me Arizona State.
When they play at late, it's like 10:30.
Okay,
still going to be warm.
Okay.
I mean 7:30, 8:30, 7:30, 8:30. Okay. Gonna be warm. Okay, so
What is the over? 77? 70?
look, it's gonna be. They're gonna definitely score some. Like my old folks say, punts. They're gonna score punts. Actually, it's 53. Only 53. I'm surprised by that.
Well, 53 means 7 touchdowns. It means 8 touchdowns. 7 touchdowns made 2 field
touchdown
goals.
a quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like. Yeah, I do. And the Oklahoma State favorite
What's
by
Washington
3
State? Is it 41?
against Wisconsin. I'll tell you very shortly. No, 58. Got a lot of offense in there.
Ain't gonna happen.
Ain't gonna happen.
Unless Wisconsin start running wild.
Which is possible because they can do that too.
I just can't see. I see Washington State winning.
All right,
And
then
it'll be a rainy day, so I think it's gonna be grounded.
Auburn traveling to Berkeley.
Ogle is out there, and his dad might have set his son up or something because Ogle dad said something to Dabo Swinney.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, and you know, we have. I don't know when we're gonna get to if we even taking a commercial.
No, we ain't doing no break. No, what's the name? He's at Oregon State. The quarterback. Your boy's at Oregon State.
Okay, you're right.
He's at Oregon State.
Let's go to Auburn by a lot.
By a lot.
By a lot.
Okay.
Still the SEC.
Okay, still the
the
SEC.
Pac-10.
Okay.
12, whatever.
Now let me ask you this. I got a look.
What's Auburn's number, by the way? And what's Arizona State?
5.5, 3, or Oklahoma State by 3. Auburn 5.5.
All definitely Arizona State.
Okay. Then I got to ask you. I got a little section we got called Saucy Picks.
Yeah.
Now,
who cares about UNLV and Michigan? Michigan.
let me just say, but the question is, which of these 4 teams will cover? I'm gonna give you the number, and then we'll go. Michigan's giving UNLV 35.
Michigan will cover because they didn't cover last week.
Washington is giving Tulsa 34.
Tulsa.
Southern Miss traveling to Florida State.
It won't be a Brett Favre game, but it'll be Miss Southern Miss because we're not. They're still kids, and it hasn't been more than a week.
Okay. Last one, Stanford at USC. USC getting 30.
Break the scoreboard on them. Because I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. One is your boy who's getting overpaid because Lincoln Riley's not that good of a coach. He has 3 Heisman's winners.
Yeah. Mayfield.
Kyler Murray. And
Caleb Williams, yeah.
Overrated though. But you talk about the alumnus.
Okay.
They want him to do what we haven't seen done since Mr. Griffin. So they're going to light Stanford up, and Stanford's really down.
Yeah, but I think with Caleb Williams is that, but you can't. Okay. I think throw 3, 4. Like you saw a lot of teams last week, quarterback threw 4 or 5 touchdowns. Like Penix threw for 5 touchdowns. Just chill. You ain't got to play. I think he missed the last quarter and a half. Mm-hmm. Caleb put up big numbers. So I think health is the most important thing because as you keep people out here, when nothing to play for, this is when something crazy happens in that your season.
But they will jump on them early.
Okay, and they can. Like I say, if they put up, say, 35, 40 in the first half, he throws for 330. Okay, have a seat, because they got the athletes out there. So
trying to win the Heisman.
And you still can, but to me,
Stanford is not good anymore.
I understand, but you still have you still got Notre Dame, you still play Washington, you still got Utah, and you also got the Pac-12.
Utah,
no, they don't. They got Oregon. They got Oregon. Right. So even with that, you have signature games where you can make right. Yeah. So you don't benefit lighting up Stanford. You know what I'm saying? If you want to,
I don't know that Mr. Riley has the affinity for the Pac-12 the way a home.
Well, they finna move anyway. So I mean,
they're gonna kill them.
Okay.
So we got the cover. We have Michigan covering.
You said Michigan covered.
You said Michigan, USC.
Okay,
that's it.
All right.
What you want.
Now we're finna get into our NFL. This is commercial free, guys. Brought to you by Conan's. Best barbecue known to man. 813-870-0404. 1510 North Hubert.
Don't nibble till you get home.
NFL season. I mean, we saw Detroit. I guess surprise some people. I mean, some people are not. Dan Campbell said he expected them to win. You take that game, and Detroit showed me something on that last drive. They were very physical.
Oh, they were definitely more physical.
Right, and they were not intimidated. So I think Detroit is a team that you're going to have to look out for this year. They're going to make a lot of noise.
Well, one thing is for sure, I think it actually ain't got to be a healthy Kansas City team. You just had me out there catching the ball, Daryl Fireline, and they win the game. We didn't drop no ball.
Somebody said MVP for the Lions was Kadarius Toney.
Yeah. And he's going to bounce back. I don't.
I don't know what he was going through, but he definitely looked like himself.
But one thing about it is he's going to bounce back, and he was instrumental in getting there last year. But for that night, I'd seen better hands on the seal than what I seen on home.
Now, as we get into the full slate of NFL games starting tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Give me what two teams are you interested to see this upcoming season?
I'm interested to see how, because they're here and because of the coach.
I agree. I agree. I want to see how they play with Baker.
And I like, I have nothing but a tremendous amount of affinity for Tom Brady. But one of my problems is him not releasing himself killed the Bucs cap.
Yeah, but the Bucs were all in, and I mean they got him a Super Bowl win. Maybe expect to get more than one.
We get that money back.
Right, you get that money back. But also with that is that there's no issue with money when you're winning, and that's what I keep trying to explain to people. When you won, they won 2 years ago. The cap was.
But the cap. The thing is, him not taking care of the retirement business and releasing himself or whatever it was, tied up the money.
Right.
That money, we wouldn't even be talking about Mike right now.
Okay, and I agree with that, but I think something else too though is that Brady's the ultimate competitor.
Peace to Mike Williams, by the way.
Yeah, definitely. Sad, very tragic, sad. Man. Really sad. You know, sit back and think him and Vincent Jackson, starting receivers 10 years ago, both gone. Crazy.
Yeah.
So
the NFL is serious, and these guys are human.
And that's the first. I sit back and think I took Kobe. That's the first game I took Kobe to. They played the Saints. The Saints beat them. But both of them started. Josh Allen was a quarterback, and that's when they wore the orange. They brought the orange out for that game. And to sit back and think, we still hearing the two guys that played younger than us, gone.
So that's why I say Mike might not have been 36.
He was 36. Oh, crazy. I think for me, I'm interested to see the Bucs. I also want to see Green Bay with Jordan Love. How they gonna be in the Aaron Rodgers, and now Christian Watson's not playing tomorrow.
Yeah, I saw that.
Which is big. So want to see how they play. And then Burrow got the money. And I told y'all 3 weeks ago.
They're going to lose tomorrow.
We'll get into it. But I told y'all that a couple weeks ago that, he's going to miss 2-3 weeks. No, he's not. He playing possum, man. Like I said, that man could have played.
I'll tell you what I'm really interested to see how he plays, but he has a lot around him is Purdy. Because, see, now crazy enough, Purdy is, what would you always say? We're not surprised anymore.
Right. Now, everybody got film on you now.
Yeah.
But see, and I think for me, truthfully, that's a bad matchup for them out the gate. I don't like that because Pittsburgh they're going to do it. They're going to bring a lot.
How he plays.
Okay.
Him and your receiver that I told you I like when he was there with you all, when you all were down before the wide receiver. From Georgia, for Pittsburgh.
Oh, Pickens?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Pickens is solid.
Pickett to Pickens, yeah.
Yeah, Pickens, he's solid.
I told you he's going to be good.
But I think Bosa done got his money, and that's a bad matchup for them, too, on offense, too, for Pickett.
I think Pittsburgh. We might want to see a lot. We're going to see an under tomorrow for sure. And a whole lot of Tylenol getting passed.
And it's going to be physical.
Yeah, a lot of Tylenol.
Yeah, going to get physical. Let's get it. Let's get into our what's the name? What I got? Hot sauce. I got hot sauce too, right?
Yeah, but we're starting off in the order you sent them.
Okay, good. We'll go pull the next one up, Brother Torres. I want to get out.
And by the way, anybody watching, you can go ahead and get the full view. If you're watching me on Instagram Live, go to Chop Shop on.
Oh, look at that,
YouTube.
Man! Check that. Look at that.
Look at this.
Okay, now let's start with that.
Got the raggedy ass Falcon. I'm sorry, people.
Mute his mic, please. Mute his mic. Okay, the Bryce Young era. Ballard I-85.
Baylor who don't
Carolina coming
Baylor
down.
who do not care. We do not care.
Well,
at all.
Atlanta expect to make a little noise this year. So I mean, they got
good- 'cause
the
they got
first
good
two
music.
games at home.
They got good music. That's
First two
that's the only
games at
noise they'll
home. They
make.
got Carolina, Bryce Young, no DJ Moore. Defense still biting, but who you liking that?
Y'all minus the 3.5.
Okay. Next game, please. This may be the best game of the day. Battle of Ohio. You got
Cleveland
two of
plus
the
2.5.
highest paid quarterbacks going at it. You got Joe Burrow, Deshaun Watson.
Cleveland plus 2.5.
Cleveland gets the check. Okay. Next game, please.
Yeah, we all fancy around here.
Now I'm telling you, this is now. Everybody's jumping on the Saints. I'm not on the Saints. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
They got DeAndre Hopkins and they got that grown man who'll be well.
One thing is going to probably be an under game. And I like Vrabel, and he's a Belichick disciple. I think I actually took New Orleans, but after I sat back and thought about it, because I don't think Tannehill will be around. I think Tennessee's they're gonna get after David Carter. They know Alvin Kamara's big. Yeah,
You know, and you don't know about Michael Thomas. You don't know his status.
He's hurt.
Okay, I don't know what's wrong with him. I mean, I want to get into it.
He got hurt. He got hurt. What's the number on this game, by the way? Is it 4.5? 3?
3.
Solid. It's right. It's a 3.
3. Saints 3.
Give me Tennessee.
Give you Tennessee. Okay. Yeah. Like, next game, please. Yeah, we're going to talk about the Tylenol Bowl.
The Tylenol Bowl. Definitely take the under. I'd be surprised.
San Fran's favored by 3.
Take the under and give me Pittsburgh.
Okay.
I think they're gonna play hard for Brother Tom.
They're gonna play hard, but I just think San Fran and then Pittsburgh in the AFC.
This should have been the Sunday night game.
I like Dallas because but you got to think media. Then also with that media, this is a good game.
Let me ask you a question though: what two teams have won more Super Bowls?
Steelers.
Okay.
Right.
And then
the 49ers. I mean, but I think also for me,
actually the Patriots.
Patriots got more. Yeah, but I think for me is that
ain't that crazy?
These are two physical defenses.
God,
they gonna get out, but I think that San Fran
probably
with
the two best safeties in football. Well, someone say Slay, but the two of the better safeties.
Right,
in
but even with that though, I just think that they offense, and I told you that last year. If you got a combination of McCaffrey, Debo, Kittle, that's tough. And I don't think nobody in the league has that trio of weapons.
And then it don't matter who running the ball, they always run hard.
Right.
They run hard. And actually, Debo's one of your running backs too. Well, I just said about it. We got McCaffrey.
Right.
That's crazy, ain't it?
Yeah. Exactly.
Crazy.
So I know what I'm saying, but I think I got San Francisco playing in the bowl this year. So
I think I picked Dallas, right?
Yeah, you did.
Jesus.
We'll get into that.
But I still think I think Dak's gonna have a great year this year.
So you got Pittsburgh to win, but gonna be a lot of Tylenol being distributed.
Bro.
Okay. Next game, please. Old school. Chicago. Yeah, no Jordan, no
The Bears.
no Christian Watson. But I do like Justin Fields. They got DJ Moore, and I think Chicago's gonna be a team to be on the lookout for this year.
They're gonna play good defense, and if Justin Fields takes care of the ball,
if he takes that next step, I do.
They'll win the division if he takes the next step. Because the next team up there in Detroit, definitely ain't going to win.
Well, Detroit, like I said, they
Well, Detroit, they match up well with Detroit no matter what happens. Plus, it's a rivalry, but we know who won't be there. Are they next on the list? Because we go out there.
Yeah. No, Chicago come here.
No. The Bucks go out there to Minnesota tomorrow.
Yeah. I don't know. That next game, please. Old school matchup.
The Winslow, and what's your boy that went to caught the hook and lateral, Tony Nathan Bowl.
From Duriel Harris. Yeah. So I mean, now this game is you got a lot of weapons. You got Keenan Allen, you got Austin Eckler, you got Tyreek Hill, you got Jalen Waddle.
I'm gonna go to the team that has the biggest fool on defense.
Which is
the biggest two fools on defense.
Which are
Khalil Mack and that boy brother. Give me the Chargers.
Now don't forget that
you might
and they got and they got somebody taking your cleats off in the secondary too, Derwin James.
Oh, I forgot about. Okay, so
Yeah.
give me the Chargers. And by the way, I look for Darryl to finish, Kressler to finish quarterback. Who is Miami's backup now? Look up the backup for the Dolphins because he's gonna finish tomorrow.
I don't know who that is. Next.
No, I hope Tua's healthy.
Get hurt?
Man, this could be rated R. This should be on Showtime. They finna get after Miami. They gonna knock them around tomorrow.
Okay, let's take a look and see. Next game, please. Monday night game.
I think they have. We've seen the best of them. I'm about to say something that's probably a little bit more PG-13 rated, but I think we've seen the most that you're gonna see out of the Bills.
So you like Jess tomorrow?
I think you might be McDermott. You might be right about him.
Well, I mean, now they'll dominate. As long as you don't see Cincinnati, I mean, they could be anybody but Cincinnati. That's just my take on it. If somebody beats Cincinnati, then Buffalo can do it.
So you think it's just a matchup issue?
Cincinnati's not intimidating. That's why I keep trying to tell you. A lot of times you say matchup, but the mindset is we know we can beat them. We know we can beat them. So why? That's even like Kansas City and Cincinnati. If you take away that penalty late, that game goes overtime. Yeah, that game goes overtime, and then Cincinnati probably wins it again. But if it was a fifth, we'd all be.
Would Cincinnati have beat? The thing is, could they have beaten? Cincinnati wouldn't have matched up with Philly.
Cincinnati, probably not.
Actually, Kansas City didn't match up with Philly. Kansas City got two great things. They got the fumble and they got the unnecessary pass interference. But
true.
It's all part of football.
But I think, like I said, it's definitely all part of football. So it's going to be interesting to see how this thing plays out. Now, let me take a look and see I got a couple of games that we got on here. Next page, Mild Sauce. There we go. Pull them up there, Brother Torres.
Uh-oh.
Now, which of these? Now, I got 3 games for you.
I like the Colts to cover.
Okay. Colts to cover. Okay, that's what I want to get. Okay, Colts to cover. Next game, please. New England's getting 5. Do they cover?
No.
Okay.
It goes under, though.
Okay.
Has 2 guys. Well, you don't bet against an injured team, but New England has 2 people that are out that are difference makers. Plus, Philly's defense is really good, and that's going to be a problem.
Okay.
And Mac Jones will be running for his life tomorrow. Mac Jones will be running for his life.
Okay. And the last game. Sunday night.
What happened to why you get that flash? What happened with that?
Man, let Torres be great, man. You just asking all this behind the scenes stuff.
I asked it on mic on the front.
Let Torres do him, man.
I know one thing. This is gonna go over the total.
Okay.
And it's just painful to say it, but the Cowboys are gonna win going away.
All right.
Which is what they always do. I hope Dak has a good year because he's one of my fantasy quarterbacks. But I think actually think the Cowboys are gonna go to the Super Bowl. Which is crazy as much as I hate them.
All right. And what's the last section? Hot sauce. Now these are teams that are gonna be underdogs. We'll see if they cover. Pull them up for me.
No.
Next page,
cover?
please. Yeah. Do the Bucks? They getting 7 in Minnesota. Do they cover?
I thought it was 5.5.
Okay. Do they cover? I got 7. Do they cover the 7?
Yeah, they're gonna win outright.
Okay. Next game, please. Arizona's getting 6.
No.
Okay. Last game, Rams, Seahawks. Rams getting 6. Do they cover? No Cooper Kupp.
But no boy from Michigan State.
Walker ain't playing? Who Matthew Stafford throwing to then?
Me. And
Me, you, and Lou?
me and Dre and Chris Moore.
Okay.
Well, actually, Chris Moore would be helpful. Give me Seattle to kill them. Plus, they at home. And when you go to Seattle and they're good enough, you can get killed in there. I think we saw the best you're going to see out of Matt Stafford. Might be the best Georgia quarterback of all time, huh?
Oh yeah, ain't no doubt about that. I mean, as far as say in the league, was he the best to play at Georgia? No, he wasn't. But that'll do it for this opening week.
Best to ever play at Georgia is the one who's actually playing with the Rams.
Stetson Bennett, yeah.
They played with the
He
Rams.
got 2 chips, absolutely. So, want to thank y'all for checking us out at
Should have had Heisman.
Conan's Barbecue on the Grill. So, once again, shout out to the Trigg family, Mike Trigg, E Trigg, down there in Carver City,
Cap.
1510 North Hubert, 813-870-0404.
Dragon Country.
Go check them. So for my man Torres, my man Ruff, thanks for kicking it with us, and we back at it next Saturday. See y'all at 10 o'clock.
And Monday.
Yeah, we back at it Monday. We got Eric Williams coming up.
Yeah,
just
excuse
cooling
him.
Mobile
Yeah.
Cigars. I apologize. I'm trying to
It's his fault.
first show. I'm just excited, so please forgive me. So we back at it on Monday, man. So like I say, man, keep God first, love your family. When you see us, holler.
Peace.
Peace.